I'm not interrupting anything.
Not at all, Father.
I was not talking to you, Father Neil. The governor.
Yes, of course. See, Father?
Oh, thank you. I was wondering, Father Neil, what you do with your afternoons.
Anything you like, Father. What would you like me to do with them?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You see, I was thinking that by now you'd probably have discerned what I do with my afternoons.
Sleep, Father?
Oh, no. Try to sleep. Do you sleep well, Father Neil?
Oh, very well, thank you, Father.
Oh, well, God bless you for that. Perhaps one of the reasons now is that when you close your blinkers at night, I'm not fiddling knobs on my wireless set. Or tramping about in 10-league boots.
I'm very sorry, Father. Well, I could read my breviary in the afternoon if you like.
Aloud?
Oh, to myself.
Oh, no. It's a sin to pray to yourself, lad.
Oh, I mean quietly, Father, at the bottom of my voice.
All right. Fine. You see, I already have Billy Bustle's pigeons to contend with in the afternoon.
Our next-door neighbour, you mean?
Listen. Now, is that not a bronchial racket? They're already nesting up in my church tower there and using the congregation for target practice.
Hardly blessings from heaven.
When Jesus said, love your neighbour as yourself, do you think he also meant the folks next door?
Oh, there you are, Father D. The school governors have all arrived downstairs in your study.
Ah, thank you. Another of my chores. Father Neil, I'm chairman of the Board of Governors, appointed every year without opposition. But this time, I'm going to insist on a free and secret ballot. So they'll be forced to choose me democratically.
You know, Father Neil, that one will never go to hell.
Of course not.
No, the devil had never let him in.
He was talking about a Mr. Buzzle.
A nice man.
That's not quite what Father Duddleswell said.
Billy's a bookie, and he runs a nightclub, the Blue Star. But you know the real reason he fights Billy?
No? Why?
They're too much alike, that's why.
Ah.
But I think he's a lovely man. Billy, I mean.
Hello there, young'un.
Oh. Morning, sir.
Billy, to you. Mrs. Pring tells me you're Father Boyd. May I introduce you to Pontius? A puppy when I had him. His birds don't called him Pilot, so I christened him Pontius in honour of your boss man.
Ah, he's lovely. The dog, I mean.
Oh, God bless him.
How many times do I have to complain about the unseemly behaviour of those blessed birds of yours? Billeted without leave in my tower.
Right there, the Third World War has died. Right across this bloody fence.
Am I forever to put up with the noise of them,
and the mess of them, and the hell-like stench of them?
Well, am I?
But aren't they holy birds now, Father Duddleswell?
Holy birds wouldn't do what they do.
And isn't your God himself a pigeon fancier?
Ah, Rube.
Oh, no. The Bible says he used one to warn the world that the flood was over.
That was no pigeon.
Well, what was it then?
It was a dove. I tell you, a beautiful white dove.
And what is the difference, Father Duddleswell?
People do not strangle doves.
One fat finger on my pigeons, I'll have my Pontius here eat you alive, even if it does make him ill.
Time for lunch, I think, Father Neil. And why, I think it's, yes, definitely. It's pigeon pie.
Hungry?
Oh, I'm as hungry as an Irish jury.
How did the governor's meeting go, Father?
Not exactly to my satisfaction, Father Neil.
Oh? You didn't get all the votes, then?
Not one. It always happens, Father Neil. When you give the lay folk the liberty, they at once abuse it. Here, eat this before it eats you.
Isn't that Billy Basil a lovely man?
Well, I didn't have much chance to talk to him, Mrs. Pring.
I have at last found a way of getting his pigeons out of my church tower.
And how are you going to do that? Preach them one of your sermons?
Major Timmins was at the meeting. Now, he's one of the quality. They own half of Wiltshire. And he's offered me a beautiful great bell.
Will it cost much?
No, it's as free as God's grace.
Good.
Oh, I can just hear that beautiful bell. Ringing out the Angelus morning, noon and night. And reminding the good people of the time when the angel Gabriel announced to the Virgin that she was to be Mother of God.
Nice.
Oh, it'll take me back to my student days in Rome. The holy city was as full then of bells as a Suffolk garden is of roses in June. And ours will be ringing and singing. Dong, dong, dong. Oh, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. What do you think, Father Neil?
Oh, beautiful, Father.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes, I did.
What's it doing there? I thought bells were supposed to hang high up.
Well, the bishop finds it easier to bless it down here than 50 foot up in the tower.
Oh, I forgot. He's got little legs too.
I do believe you're jealous of that thing.
Oh, tell me more.
Knowing that you're no longer the only Bell of St Jude's. This one plays a better tune. Oh, what tone. What melody. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for Billy Buzzle and his blessed pigeons.
Instrumentum jubilationis, sone generibus majestatis tua, deinde, ego benedico hanc campanum, in nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
Amen.
Thank God, that's all the pattern.
Care to take a seat? And now, in conclusion, hymn number 210, Faith of Our Fathers. Doing about it, Father Neil?
It's a dog, my lord. I know that, Pat. I have seen one before. Are you a man, Pat? That's the thing. Get rid of it.
Canon law distinctly says that no animals or members of the opposite sex shall be allowed in the sanctuary. Father Neil, what are you doing?
Praying, Father. Very hard.
Save it for my siesta, you hypocrite.
Why aren't you doing something? I must have walked a mile of road around that church giving me blessing.
Ah, but the good folk appreciated it, my lord.
I always tell Monsignor Pat here to lead me round slowly so they can have a good see of me. Do it not, Pat?
You do, my lord.
So, Dr. Daly, you are the personal physician to our two fathers here.
I am, my lord. I make sure they drink plenty of the juice of the cow.
Father Neil, you remember what I preached to you about the night before I ordained you?
Yes, my lord.
Beware of Punch and Judy. Drinking dames, as some say. Beware, especially when you're young. The Judys with their V-necks as wide as a duck's wake. See-through stockings. Remember that?
Every day, my lord.
And every night, too, I trust. I always say to Monsignor Pat here that all the theological troubles of my young priests come in silk stockings. Do I not, Pat?
You do, my lord.
We had a famous crowd there tonight, my lord. Lots of little ones.
When I see a crowd of our good Catholic people like tonight, I'd like to sing not Faith of Our Fathers, but Faith of Our Mothers, do you see? That is where the faith resides. As I always say to Monsignor Pat, the faith is in the hearts of our darling mothers. Do I not, Pat?
Oh, you do, my lord.
The holy faith is not learnt at the mother's knee, it'll hardly be learnt at the father's elbow.
You do, my lord.
Your limousine has arrived, my lord.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I would prefer a donkey myself, like our blessed Lord, but the Pope will not hear of it. Oh, yes.
May the luck stick to your lordship like a beggar from the bog.
Thank you for that lovely thought, Doctor. May God and Mary and St. Patrick bless you 100,000 times. And Father Dudleswell.
My lord.
I should be grateful if the next time I come to visit you, you'd see to it that no wild animals are issued with tickets.
I will. Thanks for coming, my lord. I'm sorry about the dog.
Did you notice anything odd about the bishop, Father Neil?
No?
You didn't see him then, talking to a dog in church.
Oh. Well, the dog wasn't listening.
Probably a Protestant. But I don't wonder at it, not with the bishop swaying from side to side, like this. Did you see that?
No, Doctor?
Are you as drunk as I am, Father Neil? Drink? Well, then, have you got a bilious attack or swallowed a pendulum or what? Oh, his lordship was like a shirt left out on a frosty night to you, Charles.
There's a sharp, blunt tug on him, and no mistake. Oh, me black heart is straining wild within me for revenge on Mr. Billy Buzzle. Did you sleep well last night, Father Neil?
Perfectly, thank you.
You didn't hear anything unusual at about 6 o'clock?
Did the bell ring out the Angelus?
For the first time. 18 strokes of it. And you missed it.
Did Mrs. Pring hear it?
Oh, nothing to keep herself awake, not even during the day.
Can't I just? There you are. That blasted bell nearly knocked me out of bed this morning. My bedroom is at the back, and that bell let rip like Big Ben a few feet from my head.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, well, what I want to know is...
Have a coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Milk.
Easy.
Oh. Huh? Sugar. Help yourself.
Thank you.
You were saying?
Oh, yes. Why so early?
6 o'clock in the morning. Would you say that was early?
Yes, I blasted well would. I don't get back from the Blue Star Club until 3. And then once I'm woken up, no more sleep for me.
Did you hear the bell, Father Nail?
No, Father?
Mrs. Pring?
No, Father.
All like to say they got blasted coconuts for heads.
How's my old friend Pontius these days?
He's okay.
You heard about him trespassing? You did? And when the good Lord bade us forgive them that trespass against us, I doubt if he included black Labradors.
He's house trained.
He's not house of God trained. Evens?
I suppose so.
I'm sorry you were woken up early.
That's all right. Just don't let it happen again.
Mr. Bustle. It's my religious duty to assure you that the Angelus will ring at 6 in the morning, midday, and 6 in the evening every day.
I thought you people were supposed to love your neighbours as yourselves.
Oh, I love you as a Christian, Mr. Buzzle. But that's as far as I'm prepared to go.
All right. All right. If it's war you want, it's war you will ruddy get. If I don't sleep, I'll make damn sure you don't sleep either.
You're sleeping well, Billy.
Not a week for 3 days. And take a bet? No? From this moment, neither will you.
Ah, but my conscience isn't bothering me, Mr. Buzzle. You're raising chickens.
No, Father O'Donnell's will. Raising hell. You, see the cockerels?
Indeed I do.
No love making for them, locked up. They're sacred bachelors like you and him. Thwarted lovers, you might say. Sex-starved cocks, the lot of them. Father O'Donnell, well, let's see if, even with a clear conscience, you can sleep through that!
Well, now, what's this I hear that you're not sleeping too well, Charles?
I'm not sleeping at all, Donald. Not for the last 3 days.
Not even during your sermons, then? You live, I think. No. If you'd let me know a bit earlier, I could have lighted a candle for you.
I've lit so many for myself, there's a danger of a shortage in the diocese.
Oh, dear. Well, if God and Holy Mother Mary have given up watching the candles, it's a terrible waste of beeswax, surely. Come on, what's troubling you?
Oh, it is the poultry next door. You see, me bed's in the cock's line of fire twice a day. Oh, and I've a famous appetite on me for a loaf of sleep.
Have you tried counting the lost sheep, Charles?
Oh, I have, yes.
Cocoa? Hot milk? Cyanide? Nothing works. That's a very peculiar thing, Charles.
What's that?
Well, it's only 3 days since I was called into a neighbour of yours, Mr. Buzzle. He was suffering from the exact same disability, except that his was caused by a strange ringing in his ears.
Were you able to help him? That's the thing.
That very night, he phoned me up the next day to say he had had 14 hours sleep and was completely cured.
Oh, Donald. What must I do?
Will you drop a whiskey now?
No, I have not.
Well, never mind, Charles. I have your curing right here in my hand. Now, here you are. I'll tell you what you're going to do for me now. Take 4 of those pills with a glass of whiskey.
Is that how you cured Billy Buzzle?
Not at all. He didn't need the tablets.
Oh, just the whiskey?
Not even that.
Well, how did you cure him then?
Oh, simple. I just told him to go sleep at his nightclub.
Sleep well, Father?
Would have been looking like a sorry mashed potato if I'd slept. I saw every inch of the night through.
Shame.
The worst thing of all was that blessed Angela going through me head like a hammer.
Mr. Basil must feel the same.
Oh, that gentleman. He's sleeping down at the Blue Star, where I want you to go.
Oh, but I'm sleeping like a top, Father.
Don't play puppies with an old dog. I want you to get down there before midday and ask Billy Buzzle, plead with them, to come up here and see me.
You're not going to silence the bell. But you said yourself, you said, the sound of the bell is the voice of God himself to the good people.
Me downy young chick of a curate. If you want to live with me in anything approaching peace, do not say as I say, but do as I say.
Father, Mr. Buzzle, who used to live next door.
Come Come in, Mr. Bell. It's very nice of you to come and see me. Sit down. How's yourself?
I've never felt better in my life.
And Pontius?
He's not complaining.
Oh, I'm so glad. Haven't seen him in church for several days.
Father Neil, will you get this nice gentleman and myself a drink?
Thanks very much.
I suppose you wouldn't ever consider removing those birds from your garden.
Will you promise not to ring your bell before 10 in the morning?
I will not ring my bell, even if the Martians invade me parish.
Not even if Pontius swallows up your little bishop?
Especially not then.
A bargain.
I'll drink to it.
Your very good health. Oh, yes. I thought you might be interested in a little flatter. A horse tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Goodwood. It's well fancied. Father? Father O'Duddleswell?
Is he still breathing?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
He will recover.
Oh, yeah, sure. One good night's sleep and he'll be as bad as ever.